Seniors, tonight we celebrate your accomplishments over the past 4 years, and we mark the beginning of a new era in your life. Your parents, your classmates, your teachers, your principal, central office administration, and Newton Conover City School Board congratulates you upon reaching this milestone in your life. It is definitely a time of change that has come upon you. 19th century German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer perhaps captured the realities of change for all of us when he said, "Change alone is eternal, perpetual, and immortal." Today we celebrate that change as well. Like you, Newton Conover Health Science High School is undergoing change right beside you as we transition to become Discovery High School. Still, I want you to be assured of this, your school will remain steadfast in those core beliefs and values that we've always had and that you've held dear. We change and grow with you and steadfastly hold onto the same core values. Today we celebrate your graduation from the Newton School. At this time I would like to begin our celebration as I present to you our 2012 salutatorian, Amanda Schufer.
Classmates, teachers, family, friends, and guests, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you to the official graduation ceremony of Newton Conover Health Science High School's class of 2012. We've made it, seniors, and we've got a lot to be proud of. I'll try not to take up too much of your time so we can get on to the more important stuff, like diplomas and hat tossing. Anyway, fellow students, I hope you know how awesome and how prepared I am. After our practice earlier this afternoon, I snuck into the auditorium and I put gifts under each one of your chairs. Look under them. It's not a trick. Well, so maybe I'm not that prepared, and I really don't have that much time. But there is a gift under your chair, and in your chair, and in this auditorium, and everywhere at this school. I'm sure you've heard the quote that reads, "Today is a gift, that's why we call it the present." Well, today is a gift. We're graduating from a school with some of the most gifted teachers available. We're graduating, period. But not only is today a gift, all of our days have been gifts. Even the crappy can't wait till they're over days are gifts. Each moment, however you choose to spend it, is a gift. And in my way of thinking, that means the past is a gift too. You can regret it, learn from it, or forget it. But the best thing is to remember it. Memories come in many shapes and sizes, good and bad, fond and distant. Over the course of 4 years, I've made some pretty strong memories with, as Miss Walker would say, all y'all. Like the Halloween dance freshman year, where I first remember seeing that sombrero of Adrian's. It's probably still sitting in Dixon's room right now. Or already being full at the beginning of my family's Thanksgiving meal every year because I just ate way too much at the Thanksgiving celebration at my school. I can still recall hiking up a mountain to rejoice in my lack of classes. I've also competed against all of you in numerous family competitions. From field day with wheelbarrow races and human knots, to pennies for patience with Dixon the Haggler and Crossing getting pied. I'm telling you guys, our school is crazy. We are crazy. Of course, all these memories also serve to prove how unique of a class we truly are. If you think about it, we're the only class that will have spent all 4 years in this building. Our first week of class was spent touring the classroom and listening to Willardisms. On that same thought, we've come full circle, seniors. I know this auditorium is a bit packed and there may not have been quite enough tickets for everybody, but approximately 4 years ago, a group of small, timid, awkward freshmen sat in this very room for their first orientation. And look, here we all are, a lot taller and hopefully more mature, yet still just as awkward. Like I said before, all of these memories, the good and the bad, they're all gifts, and we've learned from them already. I mean, who else held their hand out the first time Dixon asked you to, only for him to attempt to give you a paper cut? That's a memory all of us have learned from, because I know I, for one, will never ever be doing that again. After today, we all go our separate ways. Leave high school, go to college, grow up, well, theoretically. Yeah. These high school days will never return, but we can cherish our memories, our gifts, forever. I promise I'm getting off this stage soon. Just one more thing. Remember how strange and new high school seemed at orientation and that first day? To me, anyway, college or leaving high school seems just as strange, if not more so. But just like high school, everything will most likely work out. My advice, look back on your high school memories with pride. We're unique and freaking fantastic, and we've got a lot to be proud of. But also remember to treat all of your days like gifts. Eventually they'll seem just as distant and weird as looking back on high school freshman year is now. Someday they'll also be memories to look back on. So go buy a journal, take lots of photos, document both the past and the present. Try not to forget even the most trivial details. I mean, I could describe these last 4 years with about any adjective in the dictionary. But the most important word is, again, gift. Every day, a gift. The past, a gift. The future, a gift. Graduating, a gift. And now, after all that, thanks for listening to me. Let's graduate.
One of our honored traditions here at Newton-Conover Health Science High School has been to honor each of our graduates with the presentation of a book, selected and presented to them by one of our faculty members. This evening we continue that tradition and celebrate the class of 2012 graduation with the presentation of the graduates.
Okay. They put the crier up here first. All right. If I could have Christina, Park, Alex, Zach, and Sandra on the stage, please. If you've been to our graduation before, you know each faculty member picks out a book for a student and gives them a little explanation of why they chose the book for them. We've cut it down a little bit this year, so it'll be a quick explanation. I'm going to start with Christina, so if you can come on up here. Okay, Christina, I got you the book Rise to Globalism, American Foreign Policy Since 1938. Sounds exciting, huh? But I think if you have a future in politics, like I believe you do, maybe even president someday, you'll need to know about foreign policy, so you'll need to read this so I can vote for you and have confidence in your ability to rule. Good luck to you. Park. Here. All right, Park, I got you The Help. It's a story, it's a very popular story right now, you've probably heard of the movie, but it's about some women who do the right thing even when it's hard, and that's what I hope for you in the future as you kind of come across life struggles, that you do the right thing even when it's hard. I've really loved getting to know you these 4 years and having you in my family. Alex. Oh boy. Okay, I've loved talking to you about books. We've talked about books since your freshman year. You come tell me what you're reading, and I really like that we have that bond and that relationship. I got you this book. It's called Sarah's Key. It's one of my favorites. It's about kind of a search for the truth. It's a Holocaust book, but it's about a search for the truth. And what I hope for you in life is that you always seek the truth and find it and pursue great things, because I know you can. I love you. Zach. This book is called Quiet Strength, The Principles, Practice, and Priorities of a Winning Life. I know you're not a big reader, so I tried to find something that might apply. It's not an insult. It's by a football coach. Football's good, so you'll like it. But I chose this title, Quiet Strength, for you because I see that in you, and I don't know that you always know that, but you've persevered through some tough times. I've seen you do it and come out strong, and you've turned into an outstanding young man, and I can't believe you're the same little kid I interviewed 4 years ago. Congratulations. And Sandra, if you know Sandra, you'll know why I got her this book. It's called Fashion. She loves the fashion industry and she wants to be in it, hopefully someday. It's a dream of hers, and I think she's very talented at it. So I hope you learn a lot from this book and you're inspired by this book for your future career. I love you too. I love you all. You can go sit down now.
And I know that I think most teachers wrote a longer inscription in the books if you want to take a look at those, because we don't have quite as much time this year. So if I could see Katie, Carly, Melina, James, Bree, and Aisha. This thing is dangerously close to the steps back here, so if I just disappear, somebody come get me. Okay. I got Katie, Tuesdays with Maury, because I know that she wants to go into healthcare, and I think that everybody's going into healthcare ought to read about Mitch and Maury. And Katie, I know that you will end up being the Mitch to several Maurys in your lifetime. Carly. Carly, I got you The Hypnotist. Carly did a fantastic senior project on serial killers. I think this is a story of, it's a murder mystery about a triple homicide and a little boy who witnesses it all, and they use hypnotism to solve the mystery. Melina. That might be the first time I call her by her first name. I got you The Secret Life of Bees because it is about divine female power. And it also has a very strong emphasis on the mother-daughter relationship. James. I got James, All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. James, as we all know, is a child at heart, but unlike a lot of us, I think he's mastered so many of those really fundamental lessons that a lot of us forget about. So, James, it's been a pleasure to have you as a student. I got Bree. It's called Wanderlust, A Love Affair with 5 Continents. And it's a story where the female main character is quite an adventurer who has this insatiable hunger for the unknown. And I think that just really stood out to me as Bree. And Aisha. I got Aisha. It's called The Best Seat in the House. It is the memoirs of Christine Brennan, who is a famous sports columnist. It's described as a father, a daughter, a journey through sports. It's the chronicle of a girl who came of age as women's sports were coming of age, and she was encouraged every step of the way by her beloved father.
Pardon me while I put these things on. Sorry. I need to see Josh Benfield, Tyler McMillan, Matt Harrell, and Mary Henson. What? Sorry, can you hear me now? Josh, Matt, Mary, and Tyler. Okay, Josh, I know that you're planning to go into the Air Force soon, and then I believe you're hoping to study mechanical engineering at some point. So in the meantime, I hope you're going to enjoy reading this book called Stuff You Don't Learn in Engineering School, Skills for Success in the Real World. I'm proud of you. Tyler, I know you've only been with us 1 year, but it didn't take us very long to see just how massively talented you are, in many areas really, but especially in the graphics department. I just want to say thank you so much for sharing your talents with us this year, and I can't wait to see just how much you're going to develop your craft in the future. I expect we'll be seeing your name on some Hollywood award show. You know how they don't really bring the graphics people, they just shouldn't. So I wish you all the best, and I hope you'll enjoy How to Be a Graphic Designer Without Losing Your Soul. Matthew. As many of you know, Matt loves basketball, a little bit, and in particular, he loves Duke basketball. I've tried very hard not to hold that against him because I'm a huge Carolina fan. However, I still admire Mike Krzyzewski a great deal, and I believe he's a fantastic coach who teaches his players to succeed in life apart from the basketball court. Matt, since I'm always calling on you to be a good leader for our boys and family, and in our basketball class, I thought this would be fitting to give you. This is one of my favorite books as a coach. Leading with the Heart, Coach K's Successful Strategies for Basketball, Business, and in Life. And last but certainly not least, I'm not going to cry, it's not. I originally tried to get a book called Misty, My Journey Through Volleyball and Life. That's a book about Misty May, who's a gold medal volleyball player. Since Mary is a state champion volleyball setter, but Barnes & Noble didn't have it, so I went to Plan B. And I hope I got this right. I believe this book will serve you well as you study to become a professional educator. I think that's what you're going to do, right? Good. Glad I got that right. I think anyone just starting out in our profession will need The Courage to Teach, which is a classic by Parker Palmer.
For Christine, I chose the book Nickel and Dime. As a freshman in college, this is one of the books that I read, and I believe that it has a very powerful story that is really good for anyone. And here's your book. And for Kim Smith, we had talked about some books before, and she said that she enjoyed reading books that keeps the reader on the edge of their seat. And so I chose the book Between Shades of Grey. And this book, it not only does that, but it also has a historical background.
Ashlyn Helms. As Ashlyn's coming up, this is probably the last person she expected to give her book to her. But Ashlyn and I connected in several ways. I was raised as a military brat, and I know she's going in. I am presenting the book, Roth's War. It's a Navy nurse on the front line in Iraq. It's written by a nurse, and you want to go into nursing. Ashlyn, your love of family and country will serve you well in the Navy, and your compassion for others will make you a wonderful nurse. Be true to whom you are, and you will have a successful career in the Navy, and especially in nursing.
Would Kara Bassett, Colin Beard, Casey McCree, and Russell Moss come forward? Kara and I came to the high school, Health Science High School, at the same time, and I was also her middle school counselor. She was a member of my family last year, and I've always admired her willingness to stand up for others. I chose the book Straight from the Horse's Heart, a spiritual ride through love, loss, and hope, because your love for horses and your interest in helping others. Always keep that passion that you have, young lady. You will go far in life. Colin Beard. Colin and I also go back to middle school. I've enjoyed watching him grow, not just in stature, but as a young man. If you knew Colin in middle school, he was not the tallest one, but now he's close to it. For Colin, I chose the book, Reality is Broken, Why Computer Games Make Us Better and How They Can Change the World. Colin plans to major in computer science, not just computer games. But some of us here wonder about that. But I know he will do well. Good luck, Colin. Casey McCree. For those of you who don't know, Casey's from Maiden. We don't hold it against him. And most people would try to hide that during football season. But Casey actually completed a bet that he made with Dante Bost last year. Dante's here. Casey wore Dante's Red Devil football jersey, or Taylor's, maybe it was Taylor's, okay, for a full day around campus after the Red Devils beat the Blue Devils. So. But I knew when Casey did that, he was becoming a man. I chose the book, All You Need to Know About the Music Business, because we know that Casey's passion is music. I know he's going to be successful in this field. Russell Moss. Russell also came at the same time that Kara and I did, and he was a member of the royal family. What a fantastic young man you could become. Strong faith, values, good looks, smarts, and a commitment to serve others. You've got it all, Russell. I chose the book, Life on the Edge, the next generation's guide to a meaningful future. Not that you need a guide. I have no doubt you will leave your mark on the world.
Hannah, I'm giving her a head start. Whitney, Allison, Ashley, Nicole Jenkins. As I'm sure most of you know, I'm no longer a member of the staff here at the Newton School, but I have been granted the privilege of giving books this year since this was a class that I taught from the freshman year. Hannah, for your love of Harry Potter, this seemed a fairly obvious choice, but the Deathly Hallows Lectures, the Hogwarts Professor Explains Harry's Final Adventure by John Granger, is a little bit more. It's about continuously seeking answers to questions, and I hope it's something that you continue to do, something you learned here at the Newton School. Whitney, I know you have a love of nature and a desire to seek out nature and take pictures and that sort of thing. So I got you Bill Bryson's A Walk in the Woods to encourage your discovery of nature as well as a willingness to see the humor in everyday life. Ashley. Ashley was the bright member of my family. She brought happiness to us all. She was our own personal ray of sunshine. So in recognition of all that happiness she brought to us, I got her the Happiness Project, or Why I Spent a Year Trying to Sing in the Morning, Clean My Closets, Fight Right, Read Aristotle, and generally have more fun by Gretchen Rubin. Nicole. Nicole at one point expressed an interest in going into the healthcare field, and I think that's still going to happen. That's good. Okay, so as you all may or may not know, I was a nurse for 7 years before coming to the Newton School, and this was one of my favorite authors. She was a nurse, and she chronicled from different nurses a whole conglomeration of things that they did with different patients, helping them out, working with families. And this is just the courage to help change lives. And I know that, Nicole, you will make a difference in someone's life. So this is just a little bit of inspiration for when you feel down. Allison. Don't do it. Don't do it. So Allison's been on a journey this year to help make a difference in the lives of endangered species. If you will, she might be characterized as a young Jane Goodall. And so I think that Jane Goodall should inspire her. Hope for the animals in their world, how endangered species are being rescued from the brink. And this is to help Allison continue her journey to be the next Jane Goodall.
Let's see here. TJ. Todd. Chris. Ariana. Kristen. And Adrian. I'm definitely not gonna cry. TJ, I got you a book about politics.
I did not see that.
No doubt. TJ, I got you this book called Fear and Loathing on the Campaign Trail 72. It's an awesome book by Hunter S. Thompson, and you will enjoy it much, I hope. Let's see here, Chris. Chris did his project on music, and Chris is a musician, and he spent a lot of time doing musical type things. And I got him Music, the Brain, and Ecstasy, How Music Captures Our Imagination. Oh, watch out now. Adrian, I got you this book. It's called 1001 Video Games You Must Play Before You Die. I'm pretty sure you've already done it. But it's hefty, and you can work your way through it and see how you do it. Todd did his senior project on what would happen if all kinds of bad things happened to us and there was an apocalypse, or people were looting or something like that, and how we would survive, and he did a great job, and I'm just going to go to his house if any of that kind of stuff happens. He's way more prepared than I am. But I got him the Zombie Survival Guide. Let's see, complete protection from the living dead. So when they come to my house, I'm coming to your house, okay? Ariana. I could have gone so many different ways with Ariana, and I've been a little bit funny up until this point, but with Ariana I decided to do something that was a little more, not more, but a little bit meaningful as far as some of the things that she's done and that we talk about sometimes. So I got her this book that I used to carry around with me when I was in college and I moved a lot. And it's called Late Night Thoughts on Listening to Mahler's Ninth Symphony. And it's basically, the tagline here is, if Wordsworth had gone to medical school, he might have produced something very like the essays of Lewis Thomas. And it's ruminations on life and health and all those kinds of things, and I hope you enjoy it. We're dropping stuff, knocking stuff over here, it's good. Yeah, I know, it's ready, we're ready. Last but not least, Kristen, I got you this book called Appreciating Dance. It's a guide to the world's liveliest art, and we all wrote things on the inside of it, but I just wanted to read to you one part here. When I read that underlined part here, see the underlined part? Okay. A guide to the world's liveliest art. It made me think of you, because you have a lively spirit and a great big future ahead of you. So while life is happening to you, don't ever forget to stop and dance every now and then.
Jalen Joyner, Shauna Townsend, Kelsey Lane, Andrea Barber, and Sarah Van Horn. Okay. So, Andrea, since you want to become a psychologist, I chose The Emotional Life of Your Brain by Dr. Richard Davidson. Yes, by Dr. Richard Davidson. I think that's a very appropriate book for you, and I hope that it helps you in achieving your goal of becoming a psychologist. And when you do become a psychologist, let me know, because I'm probably going to need some seat time. Jalen wanted a book that would help her deal with the opposite sex. So I chose Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus by Dr. John Gray. And Jalen, I just hope that whenever you read this book, it helps you to understand men. Well, understand the differences between men and women, and it might help your relationships go a lot better. Shauna Townsend. Got Shauna first. Shauna, come a little closer to me. Okay. I chose Just Listen by Sarah Dessen for you. It's a book about a girl who's struggled. She's going through a difficult time, and she's struggling through a difficult time, but she perseveres. And Shauna, that's what you do too. You persevere, and I just hope that by reading this book, it helps you as you go into the next phase of your life to continue to persevere, be persistent, go for what you want, and do all you can do. Thank you. Kelsey Lane. Kelsey, for you, I chose Saving June. And it's by Hannah Harrington. I almost said Harry Hannington, but anyway, Hannah Harrington. And Kelsey, this book is about a girl, and she's struggling with a situation with her family. They do some stuff, they deal with a problem in a way she doesn't like. And so she just takes matters into her own hands, and she just does something really crazy. And it reminds me very much of something you might do. So I got Saving June for Kelsey. Sarah Van Horn. And most of these girls up here are my family members. I think Shauna's the only one that's not ever been a member of my family, but still you are my family, okay? All right, so for Sarah, I got Nicholas Sparks, The Best of Me. Sarah and I share, well, we both like Nicholas Sparks. We love to read Nicholas Sparks. And I promise you that every time I read a book by Nicholas Sparks, I'm gonna think of you, and I hope that you think of me whenever you read. I hope you haven't read this. Have you read it? Good, good. Keep being a sweetheart, because you are. Treat others. I need Amanda Schufert, Kelsey Caldwell, and Abilene Nava, and Christian Galvez. So for Amanda, I got Traveling with Pomegranates by Sue Monk Kidd and Ann Kidd Taylor. See, it's a mother-daughter thing. She's kind of my debate daughter. And it has to do with traveling, which is something that has shaped Amanda a whole lot, but it also has to do with the relationships and growing with those. So it made me think of Amanda, and I wish you the best. Miss Kelsey. Have you read Heaven is for Real? Oh, good. So, Kelsey is a woman of strength, and part of that strength that I found out comes from her faith. And so I just wanted to help build on to that. And so Heaven is Real is a good book for that. And I've just been very impressed with her strength that comes from that faith, and that keeps her going even when she hates Spanish. Adeline already knew this was coming, I think. But I got Adeline Conquistadora by Esmeralda Santiago, pero en español. Porque tú, Adeline, eres una conquistadora, la verdad. Because Adeline is one of the strongest, smartest women I have ever met. And I am going to miss talking about Spanish books with her so much, so I'm going to make her read this and then talk to me about it. So, Conquistadora. Christian. So I got Christian How to Shoot Video That Doesn't Suck. It is not because Christian's videos suck. No. It's because Christian is a man who can achieve his dreams. He has done so many things that freshman year you would have never believed he could do. Like, I remember him like hiding his face to do presentations, and now he is like strutting on stage, even doing it in Spanish, and he's just made me so proud. And so I want him to have every advantage when he is making his videos, so that they will never ever suck. So, congratulations.
Now, y'all have your books, right? We got somebody in the front row waiting on a book. Miss Heather Byers, please come on up. There's a tape down cord up here. It doesn't work well with wedges. Heather.